All right, so we want to talk about during the Trump-Harris debate, Trump made some comments which I thought wasn't wise for him to make these comments at that particular time. There is validity to what he's saying when he mentioned that migrants, illegal migrants in Springfield, Ohio are in fact capturing and feasting on stray cats, dogs, and ducks. And definitely wasn't the time to bring that up because the story has been disputed. It has not fully been validated. But the point really is that President Trump should have made in that instant is whether the story is true or not is really irrelevant. The problem is illegal migrants are being shipped into Springfield, Ohio, to the point that it raised their population by 20–25%. These people are not being vetted. These people are not properly being assimilated into society. They aren't being assimilated into society at all. Not to mention, taxpayers begin to grow more and more bitter because the tax money is paying for these migrants to be housed in hotels and different schools and things of that nature. Same thing is going on right now in New York City, where now we have a gang problem, a new gang problem. We already had a gang problem, but it's been exacerbated, pardon me, by the thousands upon thousands of illegal immigrants that are being flooded into the city. And it's all over the country. This is, make no mistake, when you change the population of cities by 25% all over the country with people who are not being assimilated into the society, you're gonna have a problem. If you look forward into the future, this is not gonna play out well. It's already having an effect now.
Senator J.D. Vance amplified these unverified claims on X. People have had their pets abandoned and eaten by people who shouldn't be in this country, and defended his stance by citing a high volume of calls and emails from Springfield residents concerned about the migrant influx, which he linked to Kamala Harris's policies.
Elon even did it. There's a guy and a girl there in front of the city council, and they're just complaining of what this influx. And mind you, how are they getting from the board? They're flying them. Is that correct, Rob? They're flying them. They're not trekking through the United States, correct?
It's like kind of odd that like a guy like me has to come out from doing what I do on a daily basis to have fun, because I see what's going on in these streets, and I see you guys just sitting up there in them comfy chairs and suits, and I'm getting out here every day and I'm broadcasting this, and you guys are just sitting up there in suits or something. Like, I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into, they flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from it. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me tonight, FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to like seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here, because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them.
Be quiet.
That's what he's being real.
Displaced immigrants, who you can't call them illegal immigrants, by the way. These Haitians, the Haitians were actually not only protected, but they were validated to be here legally by the Biden administration. Mm-hmm. So you can't call them illegal immigrants. You can call them the undocumented immigrants that have been validated by the Biden administration, TPS, that were dropped off in Springfield, Ohio, without housing, jobs, or a transition plan. So the consequence here is our government, and they're bringing in votes or bringing in whatever, you make the decision there, are dropping them off, and then these consequences are happening where these people don't have a place to live, they don't have work skills that are applicable to the businesses in the area, and worse, they're living it. They said that, by the way, churches have been opening up like open spaces they have, warehouses have been tapped on the shoulder and asked to set up cots. So there's some things going on beyond the story here about the pets, showing that these are displaced people. I'm not saying feel bad for them, but I'm saying this is our government with an immigration policy that's failed. If India took a bunch of American cowboys from Nebraska and dropped them off someplace in India, you'd have headlines over there.
What are they doing here?
People have had their cows abducted and eaten by people who shouldn't be in this country.
Ooh.
You see? So it's like...
let's take a step back and, Tom, go deeper. What is the outcome for an administration with Alejandro Mayorkas and the Biden administration to take 20,000 people that are stuffed, by the way, just dumping them in the city, no housing, no nothing, and just in a town that has 60,000, what are you trying to do?
Gee, I wonder.
Man, it makes you scratch your head and be like, wait a minute, why is this?
People are dying, people are being killed. Trump mentioned this on an interview on NBC with the mayor of Springfield, Ohio, Rob Rue. And they asked him and said, hey, why are you spreading these lies about dogs and cats being eaten by migrants? And this time he said the correct thing. He said, no, the problem is the fact that these people are being flooded into these communities and crime has risen, people are dying, and it's just causing many issues, many severe issues, crime being just one of them. And they continue to pour in. First of all, they cut Trump's mic off, and then when Mayor Rob Rue responded, he never addressed what he said. He said something to the effect of, and I'll play the clip. He dances around the question.
You debunked this story about people eating pets, and now there are bomb threats at schools and kids being evacuated. Why do you still spread this false story?
The real threat is what's happening at our border, because you have thousands of people being killed by illegal migrants coming in and also dying. You have women dying.
And Mayor, your reaction to those comments?
Well, it's obviously difficult to hear. I just want to say on the onset, thank you for having me on. Springfield is a wonderful community. We need help, not hate. And we need to have federal leaders that are supporting communities like ours and understand the weight of their words and what they're saying when they're on the stage like this, and how it can devastate and hurt communities like ours.
So, Mayor, help us separate fact from fiction here. I know you've been outspoken all week. I saw a press conference from you earlier in the week, and you've done some interviews. What is really going on right now in your community?
Well, because of the spread of concern with the bomb threats that we had, we're in pain right now with what's going on with those. But I'm not going to deny it's been a difficult last 3 years as far as we've had an influx of immigrants come into our community, which has increased our population by 20 to 25%, and that's going to put a strain on any infrastructure in any city. And within that has caused a culture clash and some difficulties that we're trying to wrap our arms around, and to be responsible city leaders.
He said, we have a lot of issues. We need people, federal officials, to be more helpful and not spread hate. Okay, true. But what are you saying? Helpful how? He's basically saying, in other words, that he wants funding from the federal government to help house these migrants. So he is not even trying to send the migrants back or quell the situation. He's trying to keep the situation going. That started the problem to begin with. Hear what I'm saying. Listen to what he's saying in the clip. He's asking for federal cooperation. Federal cooperation to do what exactly? You're obviously not trying to get rid of the migrants, because you would have said that, because that's what Trump pretty much was asking him. Like, that is the problem. So whether they're eating cats or dogs or not is really irrelevant.
There is no better example of what the corporate press is than we called a bureaucrat who said it wasn't happening, therefore it's confirmed. From Nick Sorter, just in, a resident of Springfield, Ohio, told a reporter he witnessed Haitians in a van capturing cats, claiming they were going to eat them. Here you go. Now, I'm going to say this right away. I am not saying this is true. I don't know if I believe this guy's story, okay? I'll put it this way. I am neutral as to whether this guy's telling the truth. I don't know. I'm not going to impugn his honor. It's a guy who got interviewed and said he saw it happen. There are numerous interviews from people saying they see pigs getting decapitated, chickens, birds being, ducks being taken. And there are reports of people saying they've heard about pets being taken as well. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but you decide. City manager corporate press or local resident, you'll have to pick for yourself. For my job today, and I see a group of Haitian people, there's about 4 of them, they all had geese in their hands. It appears that there is a component of truth to the story that there are, with 15 to 20,000 Haitian migrants, that they're capturing animals. We have a police report here, post-millennial reporting. Who did it? David reported this, David Creighton, that there's a police report obtained by the Federalist of someone saying they're capturing geese. We're now seeing on X these liberal pundits being like, what's wrong with hunting geese? And I love this. Conservatives' response is, we finally got liberals okay with hunting. We recognize other countries can do whatever. We're America. We do America stuff, all right? I went to Google. I clicked Tools and set a custom range. I only want to see search results from before August 1st, 2024. That gives us a month lead time before this story became prominent. I could probably say September. What's the first? From 2 years ago, Haitian girl crashing at my house talked about eating cats. Just below that, August 18th, 2015. I went to Haiti and was served stewed cat. Here's one from 2011. Do Haitians eat cats and dogs? It says they don't eat cats because they're poor, they eat cats because it's tradition. So this is from March 27th, 2019 from Haitian Report. Do they eat cats in Haiti? They say it's a practice exclusively known to a select group of Haitians found mostly in some countryside villages. And it's part of, what did it say? It's part of a celebration or something? The practice of eating cats in Haiti is not a new habit, but an old tradition started at the time of slavery. For instance, when runaway slaves hunted, killed, and ate wild cats deep in Haiti's forest and treacherous mountains many years before Haiti became a nation. So the practice of eating cats is just as old as Haiti itself. They say Haitians eat cows, goats, sheep, chicken, pork, but cat meat is a delicacy that many from the country can't resist. Having a réveillon without a cat is like celebrating Thanksgiving without a turkey.
Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Will Flores TV on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and X.